Hi, friends. It's Caitlin with Goodish and Growing Chats. I am so grateful to be here with you today and equally as grateful to every listener and or watcher that's tuning in to this episode. So thank you first and foremost for being here with me. What an honor. If you're watching, you can see it's turtleneck weather, sweater weather. And the last episode that I did was at the end of summer. So I've been on a bit of a hiatus, and this episode is really just intended to get us caught up on the last 2 months and talk about our direction forward here at Goodish and Growing Chats and my journey in general. So hope everyone is joining the space as well as possible. Something that I want to just kind of ground and share first is that I've been so hesitant to post or put anything out there lately in regards to my own self or my business when the world feels so heavy and like there is just so much going on that deserves attention and consideration and care. So I want to share that really honestly and know that my heart stands for humanity, period. And it has been feeling extra heavy with the state of the world and the devastation that's happening. So wherever you are today and entering this space, I just hope that you know, if your heart is hurting, I'm holding it tenderly. And I decided that I would come back. I'm using that in air quotes to get back in a routine with the podcast and posting and sharing because I think it doesn't have to be an either or. So I hope that lands. And if it doesn't, I'm always here for feedback. And then the sharing of where kind of I've been the last 2 months. It's been since the start of September, just kind of kickstarted the month off with some family businesses that I needed to attend to and my own personal health. I actually had COVID at the start of September and was like down for the count. Very sick and unable to do much. So it took me a while to heal and refocus on just my own wellness of nutrition and movement and sleep. So I was kind of crawling back there. And in addition to that, we had some unsettling news happen with Major, but he is doing so much better. So spoiler alert, he's doing so much better, a good spoiler alert. But ultimately, he had been very sick for a few months and we just weren't sure what was going on with him. He was just really lethargic and wasn't as interested in food as he usually is. And ultimately, it culminated when we took him on a family trip down to Hilton Head with my whole family. He just got very, very sick there. The drive down was just too much. And thankfully, we met the most wonderful care team in Hilton Head, and they were able to determine that Major has Addison's disease. So he was actually in what they call an Addisonian crisis, where his body was just starting to shut down. So it was really scary. And thankfully, though, the team there took such good care of him. We've got him regulated. It's a treatable disease. His adrenal glands just do not function properly. So his body is really unable to handle and navigate stress. And if you've ever met Major, he's a very feeling kind of dog. So he feels everything and gets stressed out very easily. So this kind of all added up for us when this was going on, that it made sense that his body truly hasn't been able to process any signs of stress like a healthy body can when our adrenal glands are functioning properly. So we were navigating just the treatment and the care and getting Major back to his healthy, full Bubba self. And I'm happy to report that he is there. And our care team now in Charlotte is giving him consistent care every month. And he's going to be able to live a happy, full life in his safe little bubble that we've created for him that doesn't bring about stress in his life. So that was kind of the other big thing that was going on. And you know how important my dogs are to me. Junie and Zeke are in with me today, and Major's actually taking a nap in his crate, his little den, his safe space. So thanks for just listening to that. And then lastly, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this because it will kind of unravel as the weeks come on. But ultimately, I shared probably 2 months ago just on my blog about giving my marriage another chance. And James and I have really been focused since this summer on really intentionally rebuilding and recommitting to our marriage. Yeah, and I've been prioritizing and focusing on my role in that. And it's a journey, and I'm grateful that we have chosen this and that we are on the road to and have already done a lot of the tough work to rebuild and kind of heal from the tumultuous start of our marriage with just the cards that we were dealt. It was just a lot. So that has just been another thing that has shifted, and I want to be transparent in that because I really leaned into Goodish and Growing in the season where I thought for sure my life was starting over as a single solo Caitlin, rebuilding my life post marriage, because that was where we were headed. But thankfully, by the graces of just the universe and some personal choices that we've made, we are choosing to rebuild together. So integrity is really important to me, and I want to stand in integrity and be transparent in that. Obviously, you can never predict what is going to happen, and change is challenging and brings about a lot of emotions, but I feel really solid about where we are headed. And I also have come to a strong understanding that I am so much more than my marriage. It is very important to me. It's, the most important relationship in my life because it impacts all my other relationships. And I am more than my marriage. So that's really all I'll share for today on that. And I think there will be more that will unravel and unfolds just as the weeks go on, and he and I continue to place this emphasis on our rebuild and what we're doing to intentionally and deliberately create a different foundation for ourselves and our family. I'm looking down at Junie and Zeke right now, thinking about just, how wonderful it's been to just be together and be back as a little family unit with our 3 pups. So thank you for receiving that. And I'm grateful to be able to share. So in the other big, not even big thing, but just what else I've been up to is really this like deep state of reflection over kind of like always embracing my evolution as a person and now as an entrepreneur and brand. And I have been taking a really interesting and exciting course through Harvard Medical School on lifestyle medicine and specifically on sustainable nutrition. And I've been taking this for the last 7 weeks. I've about a week and a half left in the course, and it has just like really kind of pulled me together with Goodish and Growing and made me realize like the next evolution of my coaching will be very much grounded on supporting individuals in growing in your consciousness to choose deliberate awareness on how the choices that you make have such an impact on your overall health. So I care so deeply about people being able to live in optimal health. And this coursework has really solidified that for me and helped me see that throughout the last 2 years of 2+ years really of my life, going through the pregnancy losses, the tumultuous times with James, the separation, all of it, I had to take a step back and reground in my own health as the priority. There were times throughout the journey that I lost my commitment and my awareness on how my choices of what I was eating, how I was moving, how I was treating my sleep schedule, how I was handling stress, and how I was connecting with others and staying a social person throughout those challenging times was really impacting my life and my ability to be in optimal health. And it wasn't until I really made the decision and committed to choosing my health, was I able to pull myself out of that space of being really broken and really shattered. And ultimately, at my core, I believe so deeply in our health is our greatest wealth. Like, we could have all the money in the world, and if you have not prioritized and focused on your health, you are doing yourself such a disservice, because anything is possible when you aren't. Disease, chronic illness, everything. Like, it's just, I really care about supporting individuals and choosing that deliberate awareness on your own choices and how they impact your health. So moving forward, we will really be focusing on consciousness coaching grounded in the 5 pillars of health. And those, in no particular order, but sort of a particular order, are nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep health, and social connections. So what I really want to help clients and stand for you and advocate and coach and cheerlead you on is understanding more around how, when we choose deliberate awareness, when we grow in our consciousness and focus on those 5 pillars, we can be living in optimal health. So we can be living longer. We can be living more fully. We can be living more present with our friends and family. We can be minimizing our sickness. Getting COVID for the second time at the start of September was a check for me, because I really kind of was running myself a little ragged here, just trying to do everything. And I was letting those 5 pillars slip. So I just saw quickly what that impact did to me. And I want to stand with and for others and support you on your journey of going for optimal health. Everyone deserves that. And it's simple steps that we can take to start building and start somewhere. And my hope is that we are going to start somewhere together. So I'm going to wrap it up here so that this is less than 15 minutes. And just know that there is going to be a lot more talk around living in optimal health. My S's are really like sneaking up on me today. Living in optimal health, choosing deliberate awareness when it comes to the 5 pillars of our health, and really leaning into being the greatest advocate for ourselves when it comes to health. Because remember, health is wealth. All right, y'all. I shared a lot, spilled a lot of beans here in these less than 15 minutes. And I am always grateful for anyone making an outreach. hello@goodishandgrowing.com via email. You can also find me on Instagram, _Caitlin.Collins. I always forget if the underscore is before or after my name. I know that's like not a good move when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, build a business. I'll link my Instagram in the show notes. But thank you for being here today. And you can expect me to be back more regularly, once a week. And I hope you stick along with this journey. And I also hope you share this episode with someone that you want to lean into deliberate awareness of your choosing optimal health journey, and know that I'm here as a support. So have a great day. I'm here for you in many ways, and I appreciate each of you. Until next time.